Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. Got a wild story for you here today of a wife who basically got caught cheating, okay? She went out there, a dude thought he had a perfect marriage, but instead he uncovered that the woman was having an affair with a dude that she used to be with, and it's just absolutely crazy. So let's jump right into this one. It is titled, "My Wife's Suspicious Behavior Led to a Shocking Anniversary Revelation." Hopefully this man didn't actually find out on his anniversary, because that would be quite heartbreaking. Let's jump in. A devoted husband thought he had the perfect marriage until his wife's strange behavior after starting a new job led him down a path of heartbreaking discovery. When he uncovered her affair with an old flame, he decided to expose the truth in a way that no one would ever forget. This Reddit-inspired tale highlights the emotional roller coaster, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it. So for 6 years, Jason and his wife Danielle built what he believed was a strong, loving marriage. They met through mutual friends, and their relationship quickly flourished. Danielle was not only stunning, but also ambitious, driven, and compassionate. A true partner in every sense. I don't understand these guys who are like, you know, talking about like, my wife's so ambitious and driven, and you know, she's a great partner. Like, I think most men, if they're actually serious with themselves, don't really care for a woman's, you know, her ambition and her drive. Usually this is not the reason why men are actually attracted to women. But you know, like, if a woman is ambitious and driven, good for her. But there's a very fine line between being ambitious and driven and being incredibly masculine and not having respect for men, to be honest with you. Like, a lot of these women who are career women, who are strong and independent, oftentimes they're just incredibly insufferable. They really are. Like, they say they want a dude to lead them, and you know, they want a strong man and all this, but they always try and be the leader and don't let anyone lead them. You know, it's just, these women are a headache is what I'm trying to say usually. So these guys who are like, oh, she's so ambitious and driven, it's like, okay, I mean, good luck with that, my man. Good luck. And again, usually the women who are ambitious and driven, they usually try and, they're more inclined to try and go for successful men and upgrade their man as well. Let's keep going. She had this infectious energy, he shared, reminiscing about their early days. She made me want to be a better person. Goodness. Their shared love for fitness and adventure bonded them even more, whether it was hitting the gym or traveling to new places. Their connection seemed unbreakable, but everything changed when she got a new job. So I wonder if she was like, you know, making 40K a year or something, 45, 50, and then she got some sort of successful job, and now she thinks she's better than the husband and tries to go after a new higher earning man. This is usually the case, guys. Like, when you see these women move up in the corporate ladder and they start making more money, oftentimes they don't want to date the same dude that they did previously. So if a woman's earning 60K, she really doesn't want to be dating a dude typically who makes less than 60,000. Now, is that to say women won't do it? No, but on a long-term horizon, usually they end up leaving men who they have to be the breadwinners for, guys. Like, I'm telling you, people always seem to deny this, but women in general do not like to be breadwinners, okay? They prefer their man to earn more. They prefer their man to be more confident, you know, and so, like, so if you have these women who are like making $100,000 a year, they really don't want to be dating dudes who make like 50. And so they try and trade them up. That's true of pretty much any income bracket. You might have it for a time, you know, and it becomes less and less likely the more time goes on as well, where a woman's out earning her man. They absolutely hate it. Let's keep going here. Danielle landed a prestigious role at a top marketing firm, a position she had always dreamed of. He was thrilled for her and encouraged her to take the opportunity. However, soon after she started, he noticed subtle but unsettling changes. She used to address business casual, nothing flashy. Then suddenly she started wearing tight dresses and bold red lipstick every day. It was like she was trying to impress someone. Again, exhibit number like 3,000 of things that men get gaslit about, right? If you're a dude and you start to notice your girl dressed differently and you point it out and you're like, you know, you're like, hey, I don't really, like, why are you dressing up? You know, what's really happening here? Oftentimes women will get really defensive about it. They will suggest that it's for themselves. Society will try and gaslight you and, you know, tell you you're not allowed to control how women dress and you're part of the patriarchy and part of the problem and you're controlling and all of this. But like, let's cut all the nonsense, guys. Let's tell the truth over here, okay? The reason why women do this is because they are trying to get the attention of somebody else. That is the reason, okay? They get all dressed up and, you know, they change their whole demeanor and everything. It is for a reason. Do not let society and people tell you otherwise. It is a complete lie. One thing I really hate about these stories, man, is like, oftentimes there are elements in here that are very, very clear what is happening, but generally speaking, men get gaslit about this stuff, and we're told that we're not allowed to say anything, and we're supposed to pretend like it's normal, even though it's a clear indicator that your marriage or your relationship or whatever is in serious danger. Let's continue. At first, Jason chalked it up to newfound confidence. What the hell? But then came the extended work hours, frequent late night meetings, and sudden obsession with her phone. Okay, yeah, she's cheating. You know, straight away, guys, cheating. Done. Conversations became one-sided, with Danielle offering vague details about her day. She'd always be texting, smiling at her phone, and guarding it like it was nuclear codes, he wrote. His unease grew when she began making extra lunches, something that she never did before. I noticed our meal prep was running out twice as fast. When I asked, she casually mentioned she was packing an extra meal for a coworker who kept forgetting their lunch. And that coworker, as Jason would soon discover, was far more than a colleague. Yeah, guys, because that is, you know, that's a fantastic sign, right? When your woman is cooking or making food for someone else that you don't know on the daily. Always a fantastic sign. So let's add up the red flags here. We've got a driven and ambitious woman. Okay, right? Sure. Then we go down here. Infectious energy sounds to me like she just like flirts with a bunch of men up here. Like, yeah, guys, I want a wife who's really infectious. Said nobody ever, you know. Anyway, so you know she's a gym goer. She likes traveling. She likes the gym. Okay. More questionable things. The reason why I say these things are questionable, guys, is not because like, oh, you know, let me break this down for a second, okay? It's like the more little things that you have that add up, the more likely it is that the woman is not a good significant other. Do you know what I mean? If you start to add up all these little things, right? Because traveling to new places, obviously traveling is a little bit questionable, right? Gym, a lot of dudes there, a lot of women dress very provocatively. I swear, guys, half the time, I'm about to go to the gym after this video, okay? And if I go during peak hours at the gym, it's like I have to actively look away from sections of the gym because women are wearing such inappropriate clothing. It isn't even funny. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say here is that women who oftentimes, you know, they have a huge obsession with the gym, traveling to new places, these can certainly indicate some red flags, okay? Especially if she's going, like, you know, this is a woman who's wearing tight dresses and bold red lipstick every day. Strikes me as the same type of woman who's the attention-seeking one in the gym, right? Very, you know, a lot of red flags are adding up here. So now she's doing meal prep for some other dude, which of course is totally normal, right? Let's keep going. One evening, he brought up a story about a colleague whose wife had cheated on him. He expected a sympathetic response from her, but was met with anger instead. She went off about how sometimes people cheat because they feel neglected and that it's not always their fault. The classic, guys, the classic. I didn't feel heard. I feel neglected. I feel like you don't see me in this relationship, you know, and then we use that as justification for cheating rather than actually bring up the issue, the supposed issue that you have with the man. Because the thing, like, let me just cut the nonsense here, guys. Usually in these cases, the women are not neglected. They're really not. They're just searching for a reason to cheat to make it sound justifiable. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so neglected. I'm so, you know, life is so hard. He's not giving me attention. He works too hard. It's like, you work too hard, guys, she feels neglected. You don't work enough, she leaves you for someone else anyway. Hilarious. Jason was taken aback. Why was she suddenly defending infidelity so passionately? Then came the work trip. Danielle informed him. Yeah, guys, I love being in, you know, you've got a wife and she informs you of things. That's so exciting. Danielle informed him that she had a mandatory trip that coincidentally overlapped with their anniversary. She acted indifferent when Jason reminded her about their plans. She didn't even realize our anniversary was coming up. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. Just 2 days into her work trip, Jason received a call from a friend who had seen her at a restaurant, except she wasn't alone. She was there with some guy laughing, touching his hand, completely wrapped up in him. His friend even snapped a discreet photo. When Jason saw it, his stomach dropped. When the man in the picture was a dude named Samuel, who was Daniel's high school boyfriend. Right, so we're having an affair, we're clearly cheating, could have seen this coming ages ago, right? Probably a bunch of red flags in the woman herself, cheating with an old high school boyfriend. Fueled by betrayal, he decided he needed more proof before confronting her. Oh my, what is with these guys, man? These dudes genuinely piss me off. Look at this. Fueled by betrayal, he decided he needed more proof before confronting her. What proof do you need? It's crazy to me how much proof men will have, right? And then they'll go out there searching for like the nail in the coffin, okay, the undeniable bit of evidence. My man, you have all the evidence you need, okay? Like, it bothers me that men do this. It's really not worth the effort to do this crap, by the way. Really not worth the effort. So, while she slept, he managed to unlock her phone, and he found texts, pictures, hotel bookings. She'd been seeing him for months. She even told him she wished they never broke up, but Jason wasn't going to let it slide quietly. Excuse me, he had planned a revenge at their anniversary party. So what does he do? He went ahead with the anniversary party, inviting friends and family. Danielle, who was oblivious to his discovery, played the perfect wife, greeting guests and enjoying the attention. Then came his turn to speak. I took the mic and thanked everyone for coming. Then I dropped the bombshell. I told them that this would be our last anniversary because she'd been having an affair. She turned pale. I read out some of the messages she sent Samuel word for word, and then for the grand finale, I displayed photos of them at the hotel. Oh my goodness. Hopefully these weren't like, spicy photos or anything like that. Like, you don't want, you'll get into legal trouble for that nonsense. So don't want to be doing that. This is a bad thing to do. You don't want to be crossing that legal line, okay? Again, this is why I think too, it's just best just to leave the woman. Don't even give them any satisfaction, okay? Don't cross that line that shouldn't be crossed. But if you're displaying photos of them getting caught at a hotel together, like holding hands or whatever, sure. She burst into tears, but the damage was done. Following the party, he filed for divorce. Good man. She was furious over being exposed. She tried to salvage their marriage, but he refused. She made her choice. Now she has to live with it. True. He later learned that Samuel had no intention of leaving his own partner for Danielle, and the affair had cost her everything. Meanwhile, he found solace in his friends, family, and eventually new beginnings. Hilarious. So check this out. This is also very funny that I see in these stories happen pretty much every time. Is that, so this dude, he later understood, he realized that the dude that she was cheating with, of course, had no intention of actually having a monogamous, serious relationship with her. And why would you, by the way, right? You've got some woman who cheats on her husband with you. This guy would have to be so damn stupid to get in a monogamous relationship with the woman who's cheating. So I just love it. They essentially become homeless. Boom. Like that, and it's absolutely over. But good on this man for divorcing her ass immediately. He had a bit of fun with it, and now she's back on the streets looking for the next simp. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Do not forget to leave your own thoughts and comments. If you have any similar experiences, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.